Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Thursday, and we are now at the 7th of July. It's hard to believe how fast it's all going. 2022, 8:35 a.m. Central Time. Well, nice rally going in the stock market. I must tell you, I keep looking at that enhanced Bollinger Band course that I created now over a year ago. It was new then. If I had to give up everything and trade one technique, that is the one. It's just keeping you right where the markets are, giving you some pretty interesting ideas as to what to do with it on top of that. But a nice rally going here. Gold getting a small bounce. More important is the follow through in the copper. You got down to 327. Now you're back up to 357. Now I think a trade bottom is forming in that market. We've come up pretty hard today in the nat gas. Is it short covering, or is there some heat on the horizon? I'll have to look, but this is the general sell zone in the market. We'll see if it stays like that or not. It has to break back today from here. If it doesn't, I think you don't want to be short that market anymore. Bonds and notes, well, you know what they're looking at. First, they looked at this morning's jobless claims. Tomorrow, they go into the big numbers, the jobs data. Look at the bounce you're getting in the grain. So was that a washout low that we just saw on this big break? I'll have a better idea. If you can get limit up in cotton, you heard what I said, limit up after this big break, it'll give me an idea that the markets have gotten themselves to the point where they just plain got overdone. The dollar finally getting a correction. It's not very much, but it's getting one. Unchanged in the euro. British pound. Big news today that happened there, so let's get to it if we could. We've got, now come right down here, the Teflon man, Boris Johnson, this morning, after even more ministers overnight resigned. He has nobody that'll follow him. He finally announced his resignation. He's offered to be the caretaker. Sometimes it takes up to 2 months to get a new prime minister in. Remember, it's voted on by the ruling party, which are the Conservatives. It's not voted on by the people of the UK. So that takes a little bit of time to get done, but there'll be a caretaker government in place. Challenger jobs. Notice how the planned job cuts have risen. I think that's important. That's up dramatically. That's up from 20,000 last week to 32.5. Companies are adjusting to this recession that we're in. I know you may not think we're there, and academics might not as well, and I get that. Okay, you need the two quarters in consecutive quarters down, then you need the unemployment up a half a point. But it certainly feels like it, and the market is reacting like it is. Trade balance, it's going to keep falling. Why? Oh, God, I forgot. The dollar's so strong. A dollar this strong means that goods bought from us are bringing in more, and we're able to spend less on the goods we need. And that'll change that scenario for you. Jobless claims, I don't know that 4,000 up means a lot. It's certainly a miss. We'll see what that does. The jobless claims continuing weekly, I don't like that went up. So that's a warning sign. I like it staying down, not up. The Eia Oil Report, that's going to come out at 9:30 today. Norway, they made their move and the government said, no, this strike is over. And that's important because 25% of Europe's natural gas comes from Norway. People don't realize how important Norway is, in America that is, to Europe. Very important. And the foreign ministers of Australia and China have agreed to meet for the first time in just about 3 years at the upcoming G20 meeting in Bali. This will open up the beginning of talks on trade. Maybe they can put things behind them. And the question is Putin going to show up at the G20 meeting? I think that is something that we just got to keep our eyes on and get an idea as to what is going on from there. Now, we talked about what I think in some of the markets in terms of what would be going on. And let me get over here if I could for you, right back to where I wanted to be. One more. There you are. What I thought would be an important tool, and it's the enhanced Bollinger Band. And I'll show the ad in a minute, but let me just tell you, I discovered it a year ago, and I worked with it first for about a year and a half, 2 years before that. Momentum tied with that Bollinger Band is just a powerful tool to give you an edge sometimes, in fact, often, before the price moves, that momentum has changed and something is going to happen. All right? I think it's just super important. Take a look at this.